The previous video we discussed about the half adder. Now let's discuss about the full adder. So the one of the disadvantage which we discussed for an half adder is that it cannot accept a carry in from the previous additions. But here in the full adder it can accept the carry in. That means it can have 3 inputs and there will be 2 outputs. So we use a logic circuit that can add 3 bits. The third bit is actually the carry from the other 2 bits, or from the addition of other 2 bits. So that circuit is called a full adder. So full adder may be defined as a logic circuit that adds 3 bits, 2 bits to be added and a carry bit from the lower bit order, which results in a sum and carry. So full adder is a logic circuit that adds 3 bits. The 2 bits is to be added and the third bit is a carry bit from the lower bit addition or lower bit order, which results in again a sum and a carry. So there will be 3 inputs for a full adder. 2 inputs are the bits to be added, third input is the carry in from these 2 inputs, and it has 2 outputs again, that is sum and the carry output, usually denoted by carry out. So now let's see the truth table for a full adder. First of all, I am discussing the full adder in order to obtain the Boolean expression for the output from that truth table. Also to construct the circuits using the truth table itself. So let's consider the input part first. It has 3 inputs, A, B and a carry part that is denoted by C in or Ci, and there will be a output which is the sum and the carry output which is denoted by C out. So if we consider A, B, C zeros, sum will be 0, carry will be 0. Suppose A and B are 0, the carry input is 1, that is from other previous additions, then sum will be 1, carry will be 0. Now consider 0, 1, 0, sum will be 1 and carry will be 0. Consider the other combination, that is 1, 1, here sum will be 0, carry will be 1. Now the other possibilities are, if you consider A is equal to 1, B is equal to 0 and carry input is 0, here sum will be 1 and carry will be 0. If you consider 1, 0, 1, here sum will be 0, carry will be 1. When 1, 1, 0, here sum will be 0, carry will be 1, and if you consider 1, 1, 1, here sum will be 1 and carry will be 1. So this is the truth table for a full adder. Here if you consider the sum output and carry output separately, and if you analyze it, you can form the Boolean expression for this output. Suppose if you consider the expression for sum first, the sum is 1 for when C in is 1, when this is 1, that is B is 1, or when B and this A is 1, and then sum is 1 for if all the three are 1. So you can see that when odd number of inputs are high, then sum will be high, which is actually the results of exclusive OR operation of A with B with C. If you consider A exclusive B, then you can have this and this. So when A exclusive B, you can see when A exclusive B, if you consider, this will be 0, this will be 1, this will be 1, and this will be 0. Now when this A exclusive B is taken with exclusive OR operation with C, then 0 with 0 will give 0, 0 exclusive OR with 1 will give 1, when 1 with 0 will give 1, and 1 with 1 will give 0, then 1 with 0 will give 1, 1 with 1 will give 0, then 0 with 0 will give 0, and 0 with 1 will give 1. So if you analyze this sum part of the output of this full adder, you can see that sum will have output given by the Boolean expression A exclusive B exclusive C. Now if you consider the C output or the carry out, the carry out is one. Let's consider the logical combinations of the carry output is 1. Start from here, these two are actually for A and B are high. So when A and B are high for both, whatever may be C in, A and B are high, it will be high. So we can have a relation like this, A and B. Not only for this one, some for other combinations also it is possible. So it can be odd, plus then the other possibilities are these two. This two refers to the condition that C is there when C is high. C is high means we can have 3 possibilities, rest of the 3 possibilities. So but you can see that when C is high, C in is high, not C out is not high for all possibilities. So some of the possibilities are there. So we can take C in, which is ANDed with some other combinations of A and B. Now let's consider the combinations of A and B for which C out is high with C in is equal to 1. So these 3. Here when C in is 1, A is 1, B is 0. Here it is A is 0, B is 1. Here it is A and B are 0. So we can take it as A exclusive B. Now if you take this combination A and B or C in and A exclusive with B, you can see that this is the Boolean expression for the carry out of a full adder. So sum is given by A exclusive B exclusive C, and carry is given by A and B is or C in or A exclusive B. So now let's try to realize this circuit. This actually, a full adder is actually consisting of two half adders, because you know that for if you consider an half adder, I am representing it by block diagram first. Half adder has two inputs A and B. The output will be A, B XOR for sum, and carry is A and B. So one of the output is exclusive one. So now let's consider an half adder to form a full adder. I am giving two inputs here. Suppose this is an half adder A and B. We can have A and B as the output, and also we can have A exclusive or B. Now to get the sum of a full adder, A exclusive, B exclusive or C, X or B X or C, carry is given by A and B is odd with C in A exclusive B. So here we can have A and B. So one part of carry is there. Also sum is A exclusive B. So that is here. So now if we give this to this C is actually C in half adder again with C in here, then one of the output will be A XOR B is the input, one input, and C is in is the other input, so it will be A XOR B XOR C. So this gives the sum. Now what is this output? This is actually input is A XOR B, so it is with C in. So it is C in is ANDed with A XOR B. Now the carry actually consisting of A and B or C in and A XOR B. So one of the first output of first half adder is A and B, and one of the output of second half adder is C in A exclusive or B. So using an OR operation of these two outputs, this output will be A and B odd with C in A exclusive or B. So that is the carry. So this is the way we can realize a full adder using two half adders. So a full adder actually consisting of two half adders plus an OR gate. This is the one of the way to realize the full adder. Now using the NAND gate for practical purposes, we have to do this experiment or realization of full adder by using NAND gate cell-on. So here we have seen that how we can construct an half adder using NAND gate cell-on. So this will consisting of NAND gates along half adder. This will also consisting of a half adder. But if we cascade the half adder in this way, we need to use an OR gate at the end, or you can use two NAND gates to three NAND gates to construct an OR gate. That we know how we can construct a NAND gate, OR gate using an AND gate. So you can use an AND gate here. So if we cascade exactly like this, we need 5 gates for an half adder, that we have seen while discussing a half adder which requires 5 gates. So it is a 5 gate. This also requires 5 gates, and an OR gate, construction of OR gate from NAND gate requires 3 gates. So total of 13 NAND gates are required. To get 13 NAND gates, we have to use 4 ICs, 4 7400 ICs. So that is practically little bit give a very large circuit. So what we will do is, we will try to have another circuit using the NAND gates like this. That is, it actually consisting of only 9 NAND gates. 9 NAND gates means we need to use 3 7400 ICs. So let's construct it first. Consider an AND gate, NAND gate, another NAND gate, another NAND gate, and one more NAND gate here. And it is almost exactly like a half adder. This is exactly an half adder. So if you give the inputs A and B here, here it will be A and B complement. Here it is A, here it is B. Now it will be A and B or complement. Here it is B and A and B complement. Here it is the combination which gives the A exclusive B. Now again use another NAND gate, the same pattern, that is same half adder. Here we are giving the C in here. One of the input is given to here, then sorry for the bad drawing. Okay, now this is given to here, this is also given to here, one of the input is here. here and now let's see what is the output here, where it is A exclusive B. And here it is the input C in. So here it is C in, here it is A exclusive B, here it is A exclusive B or B, and here it is C in, A XOR B and C in. The output will be A XOR B and C in complement. That is the input to this gate, and the same input is the one of the input is this one. Now this will be A exclusive or A XOR B is ANDed with A XOR B and C in complement, all complement, and here it will be C in and A XOR B, C in complement, all complement. Now if you consider A complement as some D, then it will be thus as some D, it will be D. Then this expression is like this, D and C in complement complement, that is A and B are complement complement. Instead of A we can have D, and instead of B we can have C in here. And one of the input here is the, if you use the D, it is C in D and C in complement complement. It will be exactly like instead of B we can have C in, instead of A we can have D. So this one gives the output like this, D exclusive with C in, but D is nothing but A XOR B. So the actual output of this circuit will be A XOR B XOR C, that is the sum. So here we will obtain the A XOR B XOR C, the sum. Now we need A and B. So here we can have an AND here. And if you consider this part, it is A and B complement is here. So take this part, from here take one of the input and consider this part, take one of the input from here and give it to a NAND gate. Let's see what will be the output. So the inputs of these two NAND gate, this NAND gate are, the two inputs are A and B all complement is given to a NAND gate. The other input is A XOR B ANDed with C in all complement is the one other input. So they are given to a NAND gate means AND all complement, which will be using De Morgan's theorem. If we split across here, that is A and B complement complement, so it is A and B. This AND become OR, then A XOR B is ANDed with C in. So this is the required carry out expression for an full adder, that is we have seen here. See, A and B or C and A XOR B, the same expression we are obtained for this circuit. So here we will get this output, so it will be the carry, this will be the sum. So using 9 NAND gates we can realize a full adder. This is the experiment which we want to do for our practicals. So that's all about a full adder. Now the last topic which we have to discuss is the flip-flop, that we will discuss in the next lecture. Thank you.